Stir fries are always so quick, delicious, and in my eyes can be really, really healthy. For this recipe, we're going to use some lovely Irish beef. I'm using the strip loin. I'm going to show you a little marinade for that. Some lovely vegetables, pak choy, red pepper, spring onion. Finish it with some bean sprouts and some peanuts. It's as easy as that. We're going to serve it with some rice noodles, and this is from an Irish company called Thai Gold. So I just got this just in my local Dunnes stores, and they're lovely. They're just excellent company. Their products are the best. They're all organic, and we're going to literally put this just into some water. So I'm going to get a nice handful of that, get another wee bit. Now you can use, serve this with rice, serve it with potatoes, chips, whatever you want to, or else some egg noodles, but these are the rice noodles. So saucepan of water, just going to put them in there, good pinch of salt. Just cover them in cling film and then keep them in your dry cupboard. So it doesn't take long to cook these. I just want to pop them back in. Using the tongs probably is a little bit safer. And then just let them cook for a few minutes, and then I'll just switch them off and we'll strain them. You can put stock cube into the water. I'm not going to do that, but you can. I think there'll be enough water actually in the, there'll be enough flavour, excuse me, in the stir fry. I think I need another little bit more of that. I measured it very roughly, as you can see. So I just put that in there too. Now, so they're the kind of like thick rice noodles. Just push them down. And then we're going to get on to our beef. So I'm using the strip loin of beef, so I'll let that cook away. Just turn down the heat. So I want to talk to you about the beef first of all. This is the strip loin of beef, and this is it here, the Simply Better collection. This is from Jennings and Ballinrobe. Board Bia quality assured. So you have lovely marble and a fat, and fat is flavour. So strip loin, it's a really, really tender and delicious cut, and it's Irish Angus steak, so it is. So this one is dry matured for 28 days. I bought it to room temperature. Before I show you how to prepare it, we're going to use these two lovely dressings, and these are from a company called Full On Foods. So this is the soya and ginger sauce, and then the sweet chili sauce here. So just give it a little shake, put it into a bowl, roughly about 2 large spoonfuls of that. Very well measured, I'm sure you can see that. And then we have our soya and ginger. So a nice mix of that. Now we're going to mix this all together. So give that a nice stir there. Now we're going to prepare our beef. I'm going to show you this. Good drizzle of oil first in my wok. I'm going to preheat the wok, and then we're going to show you just how to prepare the beef. So I'll just do it over here, just in a separate board. So I'm going to trim off, if you just watch nice and closely, we're going to trim off the fat, just a little piece there, and then this part here. So this would be similar to a recipe that we do in the cookery school with our parents and kids, because I love them to do a stir fry. So you can do this with chicken, you can do it with lots of other meats. Turkey works really well, pork, but I think this really nice delicious beef, look at how tender that is. So I'm cutting it roughly the size of your thumb, thereabouts, okay? And then that's going to go into the little marinade. If you leave it for an hour or two, it's delicious. I'm just going to crack on and just start cooking it. So I am. So cutting it, never take your eyes off what you're doing. That's really, really important. So that's one steak. Just pop it in there, and then you can just get your hands in there. It's probably the easiest. And the metal will just zoom in there. You can put some toasted sesame oil, you can put some garlic into that, you have the ginger there, so you have more than enough flavour. Now remember, don't leave it overnight, and I'll tell you why. Because that soya sauce, the soya sauce will actually dry out the meat, so that's really, really important. So we're going to just give this a final stir, and then we're going to literally just leave that for a moment. I'm going to prepare the vegetables. So we're going to use some red pepper. So I'll probably use half the red pepper, should be enough for this. And again, I'm going to cut this the size of your thumb. So if you look at the way I'm doing it with the big knife, I'll just show it to you there. That's exactly what I want, thereabouts. You don't have to be too particular with this. You can use red, green and yellow. I'm just using the red for this one. Half of that is fine. And then this is a beautiful vegetable here. Pak choy, look at it. It can be grown in Ireland. It's really, really lovely. I love the centre stalks. How pretty are they? So the real flavour, or the crunch should I say, is in the actual stalk of the pak choy. Now that one there, no need to cut. The bigger leaves we'll just cut like this. If you just watch me here, just get one big leaf. I don't need it all. And then just literally just go right to the centre. Thank you, Mela. And just go right up there. So that's a few little leaves of pak choy. I have a lovely little baby one there. There you can put red onion into it. Nice hot wok. Going to switch off our rice noodles. Let's have a little look at them. So they're more or less cooked, and they're lovely actually in a salad. So if you were to keep these, run cold water over them, mix them with a little salad dressing, some roasted cooked chicken, some vegetables, beautiful. So I am just going to move this out of the way, turn up my wok. This is a little trivet, guys, and if anything comes out hot or you want to put the saucepan like I'm going to do onto the wood, just this, and it doesn't take up much room. It's part of my cookware collection, as is this beautiful wok. So it's the tri-ply wok. It has the helper handle, that's what it is here. You know, you can make soups, you can make curries, it's really good. So it's a really nice non-stick layer to it. And we're going to pop this in here. That's what you want to hear. I'm lifting it out of the marinade, if you can see that. But I am going to use up that marinade. So that's a strip loin of beef. And you could do this with some of that really nice Simply Better corn-fed chicken. The chicken supreme, the skinless chicken supreme. So with a stir fry, you want to get a little bit of colour just on the beef. Keep it nice and high and keep moving it. I'm using my spatula for that. Okay, or if you wanted to, you could use this. This is the kind of silicone head. There's a little kind of like a fish slice too. You could use that, but I wouldn't be using anything metal, especially a non-stick, nothing like that there. So these are all little tips for you. So the induction or the wok will work on induction, electric and gas. It works in all uniforms, so it does, as do all my pots and pans. Now we're going to put in our pepper. So a little bit of the red pepper. So we're going to give that a nice little mix there. So just keep moving that. Now I'm going to serve the beef slightly pink, so it's up to you how you like it. I certainly like it nice and pink, and with this kind of cut you can do that. Obviously if it's with chicken, we need to make sure that it's cooked through. So you keep moving this around. Obviously I'm just doing one portion here, but if you were doing this for a family, you would probably need 2 to 3 steaks, depending. 2 to 3 chicken breasts for about 4 people would be enough. So the pak choy, that's done. That's going to go in at the very end. We're going to add in this lovely marinade now in a minute, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of lime zest and a tiny little bit of juice into this. So I'll actually do it into the marinade. This is a good tip for you. So you have the sweetness there from the sweet chili, and I love lime. You can use lemon. And this is a recipe taken from my book, which is just behind me there, the midweek meals there. That's it there, which one best cooked book in Ireland. So the juice of half a lime, lovely, and then just mix all this through. Give it a stir. Okay, let's get back on. When you get a little bit more, not experience, but just you can just flick the stir fry like that. Look at the way I'm doing that, and that's all about practice. Now in goes our lovely pak choy. You want to keep the crunch. It's all about texture with stir fry and flavors. And again, you can use lots of different vegetables. If you like carrots, feel free to put carrots into it. To finish the stir fry, I'm going to put a little bit of spring onion, and I'm going to just chop this kind of at an angle, if you can see that, just with my big chef's knife. Just watch the fingers. Curve your fingers when you're doing this. Bean sprouts only go in at the last minute. Now we're going to put in our marinade. Just give it one more flick. So if we look closely before we add the marinade, you have a lovely little bit of caramelization. I'll just show you on the beef. That's lovely there. So that's where the flavour is going to be, everyone. In goes our lovely marinade. So let that just cook away there for a moment. I don't want to put it, might put it all in. I'll just see how we go on there. These are the peanuts. These are just the dry roasted peanuts. Just buy them. They can be salted or unsalted if you want to. It's just for a little bit of flavour. And then these are our bean sprouts, and they add great crunch. So they do. They're lovely in salads. So they just need to go in definitely at the last minute. So we're nearly ready to serve up. I'll give that a little shake in a moment. We're just going to strain our rice noodles. You can use egg noodles, and you can serve this with some beautiful rice if you want to. Now, there we go. So just lift that out. So that's what we have there, guys. That's what it looks like. And you can mix with a little bit of oil if you want to. You can pop it in there into the wok. I'm going to place that, and then I'm going to put my vegetables on top of that. So this is reducing here. If we have a little look here, no need to put it. I wouldn't put any salt into this. You can just taste it. you know, you just need to be careful with your season, especially with that soya and ginger. And then our lovely spring onion. And then the bean sprouts. So because we're using beef, we can cook it really, really fast. So a nice handful of these bean sprouts, just sprinkle them in there. And like even in the wok, like how pretty does that look, guys? Isn't that lovely? You're probably thinking it's a very small portion, but I just did one steak. I'm going to let that reduce for a minute. We're going to serve this up, so we are. I'm just going to get my rice noodles, just give them a little shake, put them onto the plate. You can just spread them out. You can toss them in a little bit of sesame oil if you want to. And then our stir fry. So we're just going to be really careful, just lift this out. Okay. And then just literally arrange this lovely beef. Those lovely red pepper. The pak choi, all those. Look at that lovely pak choi there. So just arrange it on top. And get lots of that lovely red pepper. So you're packing it with lovely vegetables. Baby corn, you can use courgettes, whatever you want. I'm just going to wipe the plate. And then we just finish it just with some of the peanuts. Just all over the top. So it's really, really super quick. Super fast. A little bit of flat leaf parsley. You could use coriander. I don't have any today. So we're just going to use a little bit of that. Your lovely fresh herbs at the last minute. You can put a squeeze of lime, but you probably don't need it. And how quick is that? In real time from start to finish. That is our beautiful beef stir fry with peanuts, rice noodles, and that lovely kind of like marinade with the sweet chili sauce, the soya and ginger sauce, and then we have that lime zest and juice. So try this recipe. It works really well. I'm using it with beef, but works really well with chicken, turkey, pork. But I think this is one that all the family will enjoy.